that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi my city, you probably wouldn't make it. Oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down.
It's Madden NFL 23, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears under the lights on Sunday night.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Justin Fields endured some literal growing pains his rookie season, taking hits and being forced to run for it behind a porous offensive line. But he also had moments where he showed his upside as a franchise quarterback. He did win 2 of his first 3 starts and had a 100-yard rushing game against San Francisco in Week 8. Several offseason changes in Chicago should help get Fields some help in year 2.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On first down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Fields. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. Touchdown, Chicago! Equanimeous St. Brown, 42 yards. And the Bears put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now here come the Saints about to begin their first possession. And the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
It was terrible to see Jameis Winston suffer his torn ACL last season because he had the Saints rolling in his first year running the show in New Orleans. They went 5-2 in his starts, and they were just 4-6 after he was injured. And how about this? Going through 3 interceptions, really addressing the big concern people have from his time as a starter in Tampa. New Orleans, they plan to roll with him for a second season and hope their last year's performance will carry over in a full season.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. He's blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return, Hardy. We'll call that a punt at 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action now. Winston. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the return comes to a home right at the 44-yard line. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call. They were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incomplete.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Winston to give, it's Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he takes it down. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Jameis to throw it. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Downfield. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Kamara up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 8. Winston now. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, it's Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Fields now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Fields going to keep it once more. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. On second down, Kamara. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Throw left side complete to Troutman. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and goal, Winston. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas hauling in the Jameis Winston throw. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. P.J. Williams with a pick. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. throwing the interception. Winston. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A two-score lead down to one now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Deliver and accept it. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Final minute now of the third quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Winston now from the 50. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On play action, Fields under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. On third down, they go Montgomery. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for a possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw, Fields. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Fields. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Here's Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And some space here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Winston. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. A give. This is Kamara. He stiff-arms it. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Taking it right down Broadway. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick 6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
There's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And one last throw here for Fields. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final.
I'm the best, and you know, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and you know, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, for the blank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the stairs. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping this.